てめえが何だろうと構わねえ。ほんならそろそろ奇跡の時間や。挽回。
Alright, what is going on, guys? SpitefulHopes back again, and Bankai, Shinji, GRIMMJOW, and Lupi has just been announced, as well as the entirety of the banner. Now, I want to quickly go over this because I didn't really think about it until someone brought it up. So shout out to DMB. He actually did bring this up to me. He's like, oh yeah, I kind of figured that they would come out just because they're bonus for the new epic raid, right? Because this is the Kenpachi epic raid with the bonus characters. Now, you'll notice that we actually have Kirinji over here, and in the sidelines you also have Senjumaru. One thing to note is that Kiryu isn't here, but it stands to reason that since 1000-Year Blood War, or at least the banner with Kiryu, Senjumaru, and Kirinji, they haven't been here in a long time. The last time they came back was sometime in July. Stands to reason that they might be getting reprinted really soon, and we'll see if that banner actually comes to fruition. There's a lot of characters here that could be put out again, but honestly, like, none that could really be featured that would make KLab a lot of money. Like, I don't really see KLab milking like a Rukia banner standalone. I feel like something like that, they'll probably do something along the lines of like 5th anniversary Byakuya and Ichigo reprints. But yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much where I stand when it comes to it. Going into it, we're just gonna go should you summon on this banner. First and foremost, this is gonna be a 9-character banner. It's not a bad banner, but honestly, I would only really recommend summoning for this if you're a new player, or if you really want Shinji or GRIMMJOW'S is going to be your best opportunity to get them. And going into the characters themselves, let's just start off with Tsukishima. Tsukishima, he's an okay character. He has a couple things that really hurt him though. Damage reduction link as well as a no affiliation killer definitely hurt him quite a bit. He's actually not bad for no affiliation killer when it comes to guild quests. Debilitator plus 5 seconds. He does have confused immunity, but like I kind of wish that this character came out around now where he would get like bonus damage to confused enemies, kind of like what Shinji has, right? Shinji actually has damage to confused enemies plus 40%, which is actually really good. But yeah, that's neither here nor there. His first strong attack is going to be a standard lunge, full screen 3rd strong attack, and 600 AoE distance 2nd strong attack. Nothing really too crazy. Going into similarity, 2nd strong attack, yeah, nothing too crazy for a 2nd strong attack. I forget if it's a lunge. I know it says AoE distant, but I don't really play with that Tsukishima too much to really make a good case for him. Next on the list, one of my personal favorites is Tag Team Toshiro. He does have a Soul Reaper and a Rancor Killer, so he's definitely very useful when it comes to this new form of guild quest, right? A strong attack damage link of 20%, so he's going to deal significantly more damage in that regard. But he doesn't have strong attack recharge, so if you're using him as a main runner, you can just go in and just full blast 2 different guild quests, which could be good. Debilitator plus 5 seconds, freeze on everything, devastation 40%, frenzy, long reach plus 20%, sprinter plus 1, and bruise 20%. I feel like the long reach and bruiser are kind of thrown away here, which kind of sucks. 765 spiritual pressure, and his kit is actually pretty good. His first strong attack is going to be a standard lunge, 475. 2nd strong attack is going to be the 2500 length beam, and then his 3rd strong attack is going to be the 1000 into, excuse me, the 675 vacuum into 1k explode. Actually, no, it's 1000 radius vacuum into a 675 radius explosion. Very good 2nd strong attack. You see this strong attack with characters like Nell. You see this character with 5th anniversary Byakuya, and yeah, I mean, overall, it's a very good strong attack. It definitely hits incredibly hard because of that vacuum into the explosion, right? So overall, definitely a very good value character. I feel like a lot of people are going to try to skip this just because, like, Toshiro, you're going to naturally get him. All right? Characters like Toshiro, Tsukishima, Shinji, Ikkaku, Lisa, Keone Sentaro, these are the characters that you're going to naturally get over time just because they're put in fillers very often. Shinji is a DR 20% link at best. He's somewhat useful in Tower of Ordeals if you're still doing Tower of Ordeals, but other than that, I wouldn't ever really recommend summoning for him in particular. He's actually pretty fun to play with since he does have the transformation mechanic on his ultimate, so that's one thing to note, but besides that, I wouldn't really work on him. I wouldn't really work on him, you know. Ikkaku, honestly, at best, he is a Chronicle Quest bonus character. He's not horrible, but he's definitely not really that playable. Lunge, first strong attack, 900 radius, 3rd strong attack, very lackluster, and 625 into 675. 2nd strong attack, it says that it's unique, but honestly, like 625, 675, you don't really want that. Next on the list, Lisa. Lisa's actually a pretty good character. I actually kind of like her. She does have her uses, I will say that. Strong attack recharge minus 12%. She does have weakened defense on her ultimate, which is nice with the devastation 40%. Definitely will help out in guild quest should you have her max transcended. Her debilitator plus 2 seconds with lacerate on all of her attacks definitely helps against the final boss. Her first strong attack is going to be a standard lunge. Her second strong attack is the shockwave style ability. If you can actually like pin the boss up against the wall, you can deal a ton of damage if you're able to mitigate his strong attacks or nad, and like if you can stop him from attacking you, you can deal a lot of damage with this character. And then her third strong attack is going to be a standard full screen third. Overall, she's actually a very good unit, especially in something like Guild Quest, but there's a lot of competition when it comes to holo killers, so that's going to be, I mean, it is what it is. One thing to note is that she's melee, not range, so don't take her into this Guild Quest and say, oh my gosh, Spice said she was good. No, she's a melee character, okay? Next on the list, Keone Sentaro. I give this character a lot of crap. I will be real, I give this character way too much. I don't give this character enough credit. It is a damage inflicted at low stamina 30% link, which is actually pretty good. She does have Soul Reaper Killer. She, he, it, they, z, shim, shem, whatever. They do have Soul Reaper Killer. Strong attack recharge minus 12% as a skill, which is good. Sprinter plus 1, frenzy, fire immunity, devastation 40%, debilitator plus 5 seconds with paralysis on everything. Do you get something else if you switch? No, you do not. And then bruiser plus 20%. I feel like they could have done some better stuff with them. Like if they just made this character switch into melee, I think it would have been very cool. Definitely something unique, but honestly, like, the switch mechanic is cute, but at the end of the day, it is a gimmick, right? It's a gimmick at best. So first strong attack, range, collision, pushback attack. Magnification's at 18%, that's very low. Second strong attack is going to be the 800 radius distant circular AoE in front of you, which is really good. And then third strong attack is going to be a 900 radius third strong attack. Definitely very lackluster in the strong attack 1 department and the no full screen third strong attack. 900 radius isn't really all that bad, but like the reality is when all these characters are getting Havoc 20% with 1200 radius third strong attacks or 1175 AoEs that take place in front of you, it's very lackluster in this day and age, okay? Next on the list, Lupi. Lupi's actually pretty good. I feel like I don't really give Lupi enough credit, but now that we have a no affiliation guild quest, I feel like he shines a lot more, especially if you have duplicate copies into him. Now he does have weaken on all of his attacks as well as no affiliation killer, obviously. Strong attack recharge minus 12%, Havoc 20%, Berserker 20%, debilitator plus 5 seconds, devastation 40%. He hits like a truck because of that weaken, and then on top of that, his first strong attack is going to be a shaved pushback ability, which could be iffy, hit or miss in my opinion. And then second strong attack is going to be the vacuum pull in into explosion. We literally were just discussing this. Wait, hold up. No, is this a breath attack? Let me see something. Is this the breath attack? I might be goofing. Yeah, so this seems to be like one of the breath attacks. Okay, never mind. So it's not exactly what I thought it was. 750 into 750 vacuum melee collision 10 hit. Oh no, so this is, okay, so it's literally a pull in into explosion. It's not a bad strong attack. It could be a bit better, but I mean, it is what it is. This could definitely lock down a boss, and if you're actually using 2 NAD units, this could definitely help just lay down the final bits of damage that you need to finish them off. Third strong attack is going to be a standard 1200 radius third strong attack. Overall, I think that he's a good character. I feel like he just gets a lot of crap because the other characters are so much better. And that leads us into the final 2 characters, GRIMMJOW and of course Shinji. These characters are beasts in their own right. They do something they do unique things that no one else really does, which is really cool. So going into GRIMMJOW, he does have a Soul Reaper Killer with damage reduction 20%. Just straight up, at worst, he's going to be a DR 20% link. That's really good. Now, he does have a Bruiser of 40% to make up for the damage reduction, so he doesn't have the normal Bruiser 30%, right? So I think that that's very good. He does have Flurry, and on top of that, he has Guard Break and hidden enemy chance 100%. This means that the enemies can't hide, the enemies can't guard. This guy just literally deals... He deals stupid amounts of damage, and of course they gave him Poise and Sprinter plus 1. Very powerful and a very good unit when it comes to autoing content. I believe he was also given 2 lunges in this. I like how I held up 3 fingers. 2 lunges. So first strong attack, standard lunge. Second strong attack, 625 not quite the standard lunge, but it is an interesting lunge. I want to say it's the same as... Oh, it is the same as Nell's, isn't it? Yeah, so... Oh, he has the same kit as Nell? Really? Oh, that's so funny. Okay, so yeah, pretty much if you're familiar with Oriental Nell, Orient Society Nell, not Oriental Nell, even though she probably is Oriental, right? Like he literally has the same exact kit, except he's a NAD character. So you don't really need to use your strong attacks to guard break enemies, but you can use your strong attacks in order to push phases and to just move up quicker. One thing to note is if you're using him in very like low difficulty content, you can use his strong attacks in order to just push phase a bit quicker. And then his third strong attack is going to be the vacuum 1k into explosion. Very, very good third strong attack. I actually like the strong attack for NAD characters because it pulls all the enemies into one convenient location, explodes them, and puts them in a nice little package so you can like munch on them. Next on the list, and finally, Shinji. Shinji, what he does is innately broken. I think that Lilibaro edges him out in terms of single player content, but in team content, I think that you're still gonna want like 4 Shinjis. I think. Honestly, I don't even know, dude. Like, I don't even know, because Shinji, Lilibaro, and Spirit Society Byakuya, they have the exact same kit, but they're all just busted as hell, right? So, Shinji does have Soul Reaper Killer, Strong Attack Recharge minus 12%. He is a melee character, so that's one thing that he has over Lilibaro if they, when it comes to doing content in general. He does have a Power Attribute Captain Strong Attack Damage plus 20% skill, which does affect Spirit Society Byakuya and himself, of course. Berserker plus 20%, Havoc 20%, Frenzy with Debilitator plus 5 seconds. When you actually proc Confusion, the damage to confuse enemies allows an extra damage modifier of plus 40%, and this will replace Devastation. So keep in mind that Devastation will not be put onto this character. So if you have a Max Transcended, you have to wait for the... Like when you're doing something like Guild Quest, you have to wait for the first hit to apply the Confusion, and then you get the extra 40% damage. That could be really hit or miss when it comes to pushing content as fast as possible. Well, when you're trying to push your runs to be as fast as possible. Excuse me, I have to reword properly there. But the Power Attribute Captain Strong Attack damage, it cannot be stacked, so you can't run like 4 Shinjis and get like 100%, well, 80% Captain Strong Attack damage, right? But like at the end of the day, that's an extra damage modifier that you might not have had before. And when you're running content such as like Extreme Co-op or something like that, you can make use of that, right? But I'm gonna leave it at that. Let me know if you guys plan to actually summon on this banner. I personally have Shinji, I have Lupi, so I kind of want GRIMMJOW, but I don't really want him that bad. Like, the reality is, when it comes down to this game, bro, even though I love GRIMMJOW, if they're not going to release individual banners with half-decent rates at pulling the actual character you want, I'm going to do my best to stay away from the character unless I feel like they're really, really broken. For example, 5th Anniversary Byakuya, I'll probably still try to go for 1 copy of him. I don't think that I'm going to go balls deep like I did on Anniversary, but I'm definitely going to try to at least get a copy, right? But I'm going to leave it at that. You guys grind, we'll catch up, stay blessed, like, comment, subscribe. If you y'all enjoyed this video, and I'll see y'all on the next one. I do have a video coming out about Transcendence Zone and my issues when it comes down to simulated difficulty, which Riddler did an excellent post on, and he actually worded it much better than I ever could have. But I hope y'all are tuned in for that, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.